September 17th, 2025. Yo 6:14 a.m., South China Sea, 127 nautical miles east of Mischief Reef. 6 F-35C Lightning the Sangus sliced through morning haze at 38,000 feet. Call sign Venom Flight. Armed with AIM-120D AMRAAMs. Range 100 miles, each jet carries 4, that's 24 missiles total. Below them, the disputed waters shimmer. Artificial islands dot the horizon. Chinese military installations on everyone, runways, hangars, radar arrays, surface-to-air missile batteries. And somewhere in this airspace, 19 Chinese J-20 stealth fighters just went airborne. AWACS detected the launch 8 minutes ago. Now they're out there, invisible on most radars, hunting. This is Navy force, where air superiority determines who controls the future. The mission brief was simple: freedom of navigation patrol, show presence, assert international law, standard procedure. U.S. Navy has flown these routes for 70 years, but today feels different. Chinese radio chatter tripled in the last hour. Fighter patrols increased, ground radar went active. Something changed. Maybe it's the timing. Taiwan holds elections in 11 days. Maybe it's the location. Right over the 9-dash line, China claims as territorial waters. International law says otherwise. Maybe it's just tension that's been building for months, years, decades. Whatever the reason today, the sky over South China Sea belongs to whoever controls it for the next 14 minutes. Lead pilot Venom 1 checks instruments. Fuel 72%, weapons hot, radar in stealth mode. F-35's AN/APG-81 ASA radar can track 23 targets simultaneously while remaining undetected. Most advanced fighter radar ever built, but J-20 is also stealth. Chinese engineers studied American designs, copied some, innovated others. Result is an aircraft with radar cross-section smaller than a golf ball. At least that's what Beijing claims. Nobody knows for sure, because until today, American F-35s and Chinese J-20s never met in combat conditions. Today, that changes. Question for viewers: in stealth versus stealth, who wins? A, better radar. B, better missiles. C, better pilot. Comment below. Because Navy force is about to show you the answer matters less than you think. USS Carl Vinson sits 240 miles southeast. Supercarrier displacement, 100,000 tons, nuclear-powered, carries 75 aircraft. Right now, her Air Operations Center tracks everything in 500-mile radius. Satellites feed real-time data. E-2D Hawkeye AWACS circles at 25,000 feet. Its radar sees what stealth fighters can't, picks up J-20s by their infrared signature, engine heat, contrails. Subtle but detectable. AWACS reports enemy formation split into 3 groups: 7 aircraft north, 6 aircraft west, 6 aircraft south. Classic pincer movement, trying to box in the American flight. Venom 1 receives the update, acknowledges, maintains course, speed 420 knots, altitude steady, doesn't flinch. That's the game. Show no fear, demonstrate resolve, make the other guy blink first. But Chinese pilots aren't blinking either. They've trained for this. Thousands of hours. Their J-20s cost $110 million each. Their doctrine emphasizes numerical superiority, overwhelm enemy sensors, saturate defenses, launch more missiles than the enemy can intercept. Right now they have 19 jets against 6, more than 3-to-1 advantage. In traditional warfare, those odds mean certain victory. But this isn't traditional warfare. This is 5th-generation stealth combat. Numbers matter less. Sensor fusion matters more. Networking matters more. The side that shares information fastest wins, and American F-35s talk to each other constantly. Data link updates every half second. What one jet sees, all jets see. Perfect situational awareness. That equalizes the numbers. Maybe. At 06:19 a.m., first hard contact. Venom 3's radar locks brief return. Bearing 342 degrees. Range 67 miles. Target disappeared after 2 seconds, but AWACS confirms. J-20 just went active with its radar. Searching. Painting the sky with electromagnetic energy. That was mistake. Active radar reveals position. Like shouting in a dark room, everyone knows where you are. Venom 1 smiles inside his mask. Enemy getting nervous. Breaking stealth discipline means they can't find the F-35s, can't get lock. Getting frustrated, that's good. Frustrated pilots make mistakes. On Navy Force, we understand modern air combat isn't about dogfights. It's about information dominance. It's about knowing where enemy is before he knows where you are. It's about shooting first from beyond visual range. Missiles do the killing. Radar does the winning. Subscribe to Navy Force if you believe American pilots are the best trained warriors in the sky. Venom 1 makes decision. Break formation, spread out. 6 jets become 6 individual hunters, harder to track, harder to target. They maintain data link but separate by 15 miles each. Now they cover 90-mile front. Chinese formation still compressed, still flying tight. That's their weakness. One radar can track all of them, but tracking 6 spread-out targets requires 6 radars, and every radar that goes active reveals position. Classic dilemma: search and die, or stay blind and lose. At 06:22 a.m., Chinese commander makes his choice. All 19 J-20s go active simultaneously. Radar emissions flood the sky. They're searching hard, maximum power. They know Americans are close. They can't see them. That triggers panic. Venom 1 receives 19 new contacts on his display. Every enemy fighter lit up like Christmas. He doesn't need AWACS anymore. He has complete picture, enemy positions, enemy headings, enemy speeds, everything. Meanwhile, Chinese radars still searching, still hunting, finding nothing. F-35's stealth coating absorbs electromagnetic energy. Low observable design scatters returns. From head-on, F-35 has radar cross-section of a marble. Chinese radars see nothing. 0 contacts. That's terrifying for them. Now comes the critical moment. Venom 1 has firing solution on 3 J-20s. Range 58 miles, well within AMRAAM envelope. He could launch right now, shoot 3 missiles. Probably kill 2 targets. Maybe 3, but rules of engagement say weapons free only if hostile act occurs. Has hostile act occurred? Chinese fighters are in international airspace. So are Americans. Nobody fired. Nobody locked targeting radar. Nobody made aggressive maneuver. Just 2 formations in same sky, tense but not hostile. Yet, Venom, 1 holds fire, waits for orders. Seconds tick. His finger rests on weapons release, not touching, ready. Then everything changes. New contact. AWACS shouts warning. Missile launch ground-based, bearing 285 degrees. Point of origin Mischief Reef. Chinese HQ-9 surface-to-air missile. Speed Mach 4.2, altitude climbing. Heading toward American formation. Range 89 miles and closing. Time to impact 4 minutes 20 seconds. This is hostile act. This is weapons free. Venom 1 doesn't wait for confirmation. Brakes hard right. 7G turn. Dive to 28,000 feet. Deploys chaff. Clouds of aluminum strips bloom behind jet. Decoys for radar-guided missile. Rest of Venom flight scatters. Each jet breaks different direction. Standard defensive maneuver. Make the missile choose one target. Reduce probability of hit. Stay with me, viewers, because the next 180 seconds determine if this becomes largest air battle in 50 years. Like this video, if you support American air power, your engagement helps Navy Force reach more patriots who need to see this. HQ-9 missile climbs through 40,000 feet. Radar seeker head active, searching for targets. But F-35s dropped low, dove into ground clutter. Radar returns mix with ocean surface. Missile's computer struggles to distinguish target from noise. It maintains ballistic trajectory, keeps climbing, reaches 65,000 feet, then tips over. Begins terminal dive. But it's guessing now, no solid lock. At 06:24 a.m., missile proximity fuse detonates, warhead explodes, 180 pounds of high explosive. Shrapnel pattern 400 feet wide, but nearest F-35 is 2.7 miles away. Clean miss. Debris falls into ocean. Threat eliminated, but message sent. China just fired on American aircraft in international airspace. That's act of war, technically, legally, politically complicated, but militarily clear. Venom 1 back on heading, checks formation, all 6 jets intact, no damage, no casualties. But now situation escalated. Rules of engagement changed. Defense of force authorized. If threatened again, shoot first, ask later. He switches radio to guard frequency. Broadcasts in clear. Chinese fighters, this is United States Navy. You fired on aircraft in international airspace. Break off immediately, or we will engage. No response. Chinese formation maintains course. Still coming, still searching. Still can't see the F-35s. That makes them dangerous. Blind and aggressive is worst combination. At 06:25 a.m., Chinese launch second salvo, 4 HQ-9 missiles, all from Mischief Reef, all targeting American formation. AWACS tracks them, calls out bearings. Venom flight goes defensive again, but this time different tactic. Instead of diving, they climb. Afterburners light. 6 F-35s claw for altitude. 45,000 feet, 50,000, 55,000. Missiles chase them up, but missiles burn fuel climbing. Lose energy, lose range. At 58,000 feet, missiles run out of gas, fall back toward ocean. All 4 miss. But they came closer. Within 1.9 miles, that's danger close. Another salvo might connect. Venom 1 makes call, can't stay defensive, must suppress ground threat. He selects 2 AGM-88E ARGM anti-radiation missiles designed to home on radar emissions. Mischief Reef's HQ-9 battery is radiating, broadcasting. Target locked, Venom 1 pulls trigger. First ARGM drops off wing pylon, motor ignites, accelerates to Mach 2.7, homes on Chinese radar like a bloodhound. Launch successful. Second AARGM follows, both missiles inbound, time to target 2 minutes 40 seconds. Chinese radar operators see the launch, know what's coming, have 3 choices: keep radar on and die, turn radar off and lose tracking, or shoot down incoming missiles. They choose option 3, launch interceptors, short-range HQ-16 missiles, 6 of them, racing to meet AGARMs. This is getting complicated. Now multiple missile tracks fill the sky, 2 American anti-radiation missiles heading west, 6 Chinese interceptors heading east, and somewhere in the middle, 19 J-20s still searching for F-35s they can't see. AWACS struggles to track everything. Updates flood the data link. Pilots process information overload. This is the fog of war. Nobody has complete picture anymore. Everyone reacting, nobody controlling. Pick your strategy, viewers. Should Venom 1, A, press attack, B, defend position C, withdraw, comment G for attack, R for defend, W for withdraw. Navy Force wants your tactical opinion. At 06:27 a.m., AGARMs reach terminal phase. Chinese interceptors close in. First HQ-16 achieves intercept. Destroys 1 AARGM, Fireball lights the dawn. Second AARGM evades, Jinx left. Drops chaff, 3 HQ-16s chase it. Get confused, lock onto each other's radar returns. 2 interceptors collide, mutual destruction. 1 HQ-16 stays on target, closes to 800 feet, detonates. Shrapnel shreds AARGM. Second American missile destroyed. Mischief Reef battery survives. Radar still operating, still dangerous. Venom 1 curses. Mission failed. Ground threat remains active. But distraction worked. While Chinese focused on defending their island, their J-20s lost formation discipline. Some turned toward missile engagement, others maintained patrol routes, formation split, gaps opened, and Venom 2 exploited that. He maneuvered into firing position unnoticed, and now he has 3 J-20s in AMRAAM range. Range 47 miles, clear shots, no obstacles, perfect geometry. He calls Venom 1 for weapons release authority. Venom 1 hesitates. Shooting now means shooting first. China fired missiles at American jets. self-defense justified. But killing enemy pilots is different than intercepting missiles. That crosses line, starts real war. He needs clearance from higher authority, requests permission from carrier. USS Carl Vinson Admiral receives request, checks with Pacific Fleet Command. They check with Pentagon. Pentagon checks with White House. Chain takes 90 seconds. Feels like forever. Meanwhile, Chinese J-20s closing, range decreasing, window narrowing. At 06:29 a.m., response comes back. Weapons tight. Do not fire unless fired upon by aircraft. Missiles don't count. Need direct air-to-air hostile act. Venom 1 relays order. Weapons tight. Hold fire. Venom 2 acknowledges. Frustrated. He has perfect shot. Enemy in his crosshairs. Can't take it. That's discipline. That's professionalism. That's what separates American military from others. Rules matter. Law matters. Even when survival instinct screams shoot. J-20 formation reforms. Tightens up. They finally detected something. Not F-35s directly, but anomalies, air disturbances, slight radar returns, ghosts. Could be birds, could be weather, could be American stealth fighters. They choose to believe it's fighters. Turn toward the ghosts. Accelerate. Close range. Now 38 miles, 35 miles, 32 miles. This is knife fight range for beyond visual range combat. At these distances, pilot skill matters more than technology. Reaction time matters, decision-making matters. At 06:31 a.m., Chinese make mistake. Lead J-20 locks fire control radar on Venom 3. That's targeting radar, that's hostile act, that's weapons free. Venom 3's warning receiver screams. Radar lock detected, threat indicator flashes. He breaks left immediately, climbs, deploys flares just in case. But more important, he's now authorized to shoot back. Self-defense. He flips weapons to active, selects AMRAAM, target locked. Chinese J-20 still radiating, still tracking him, still preparing to fire. Venom 3 shoots first, missile away. AIM-120D drops from internal bay. Motor lights accelerates to Mach 4, flies perfect trajectory. J-20 pilot sees launch, tries to evade, too late. AMRAAM tracks every move, uses thrust vectoring, stays on target like it's welded there. Impact, warhead detonates, 50 pounds of high explosive. J-20 disintegrates, fireball debris, pilot ejects, parachute deploys, first air-to-air kill of J-20 in history, by American F-35 confirmed. Chinese formation goes berserk. All 18 remaining J-20s light up their radars, lock American jets, launch missiles, PL-15 air-to-air missiles, Chinese equivalent to AMRAAM, range 145 miles, speed Mach 4, 17 missiles inbound, Venom flight outnumbered nearly 3-1. This is exactly what Chinese doctrine calls for. Overwhelm defenses, fire more missiles than enemy can evade. Some will hit, that's acceptable. This is full engagement now, no more posturing, no more warnings. This is war. Venom 1 calls defensive split, all jets break different directions, maximum evasive, chaff, flares, electronic jamming, everything. F-35's electronic warfare suite is phenomenal. Can spoof missiles, create false targets, confuse seekers, but 17 missiles is a lot. System has limits. First PL-15 closes on Venom 4, he breaks right. 8G turn missile follows, he deploys chaff. Missile tracks through it, doesn't fall for decoy, he dives hard. Missile still tracking. Range 4,000 feet, 3,000, 2,000. At last second, he pulls up violently. 9G nearly blacks out. Missile can't pull that hard, overshoots, flies past, detonates 200 feet below. Shrapnel pings off aircraft belly. Minor damage. Venom 4 survives. 1 down. 16 to go. This is insane, viewers. Most intense air combat since Vietnam. Navy force bringing you real scenarios other channels won't touch. Subscribe now because this story isn't over. Venom 2, less lucky. 3 PL-15s target him. He evades first one, second one. Third achieves proximity detonation. Warhead explodes 40 feet from jet. Shrapnel punctures left engine. Rips hydraulic lines. tears control surfaces, jet yaws hard, pilot fights stick, tries to maintain control, can't, fire warning lights, engine 1 out, engine 2 losing power, fuel leak. He's going down, calls Mayday. Begins ejection sequence, canopy blows, seat fires, pilot launches clear, parachute deploys at 11,000 feet. He's alive. But floating down into South China Sea. Nearest American ship 240 miles away, Chinese patrol boats 23 miles away. Who reaches him first? That's the question. Venom flight now down to 5 jets, but they're fighting back. Venom 1 launches 2 AMRAAMs, targets 2 J-20s. Both missiles track true, both hit. 2 more J-20s destroyed Venom. 3 launches 1 AMRAAM, kills another J-20. Venom 5 launches 2. 1 hits, 1 misses. Chinese losing aircraft fast, down to 14 J-20s now, but they keep pressing, keep launching. Another wave of PL-15's 8 missiles this time. Americans launch interceptors. AMRAAM can shoot down other missiles, not designed for it but capable. 2 AMRAAMs intercept 2 PL-15s, mid-air explosions. 6 PL-15s still inbound. Venom flight evades hard maneuvers. 1 PL-15 tracks Venom 6, closes to 200 feet, detonates. Venom 6 takes heavy damage, both engines hit. Hydraulics gone, flight controls non-responsive. Pilot ejects, second American in the water. 2 pilots down, 3 if you count Chinese ejections. This engagement turning into mutual slaughter. At 06:34 a.m., AWACS broadcasts emergency, new contacts, 16 more J-20s launching from Hainan Island, and 12 J-16 strike fighters, plus 8 J-11 air superiority fighters, total 36 enemy aircraft inbound, time to contact 8 minutes. Venom flight can't handle that many, not possible. They're Winchester on missiles, ammunition expended, 3 jets damaged, 2 pilots in water. Admiral on Carl Vinson makes call, full Alpha strike, launch everything, 40 FA-18 Super Hornet scramble, 12 F-35Cs, 6 EA-18G Growlers for electronic attack, 2 E-2D Hawkeyes for control. This is now carrier versus mainland China. Largest naval air engagement since World War II about to unfold. But before reinforcements arrive, Venom flight must survive. They're 127 miles from carrier. Chinese reinforcements 210 miles away. Americans can reach first, but barely. 6 minutes advantage, not much. Venom 1 orders retreat, full afterburner, head southeast, get out of missile range, live to fight another day. 3 remaining jets comply, turn. Light burners accelerate through Mach 1.2. Sonic booms crack across the sky. They're running, Chinese pursuing. This is turning into running gun battle across 400 miles of ocean. At 06:38 a.m., American reinforcements meet Venom flight. 58 aircraft join formation. Now Americans have numbers, have missiles, have advantage. Chinese reinforcements still 6 minutes out. U.S. commander makes decision. Don't wait for them to arrive. Go meet them. Intercept over Chinese territorial waters. Send message. We own this sky. Entire formation wheels west. Heads toward enemy. Speed Mach 1.4. This is unprecedented. American carrier aircraft deliberately flying toward Chinese mainland, toward their air defense network, toward their fighters. This is either brilliant strategy or catastrophic blunder. Chinese radar operators can't believe what they see. 58 American aircraft inbound heading directly at them, at their coastline, at their islands. This looks like attack run. This looks like war. They request orders, shoot or hold. Beijing scrambles to respond. Hotline calls Washington. Recall your aircraft immediately. Washington responds, recall yours first. Neither side backs down. Meanwhile, aircraft close. 180 miles apart, 160 miles, 140 miles. Both formations have missiles that reach 100 miles. At 120 miles, both can fire. Mutually assured destruction if this goes hot. Hundreds of missiles in the air. Dozens of aircraft shot down. Pilots killed. Escalation unstoppable. At 06:42 a.m., American EA-18G Growlers light up Chinese radar network. Electronic attack, powerful jamming. Chinese screens fill with false returns, hundreds of targets, thousands. Their air defense network goes haywire. Can't distinguish real from fake, can't target, can't fire, effectively blinded. That's American advantage, electronic warfare. Chinese develop countermeasures, takes time. Meanwhile, they're defenseless. U.S. formation presses forward, 100 miles, 90 miles, into Chinese missile range, but Chinese can't shoot what they can't see. Chinese fighters launch anyway, blind fire, 36 PL-15 missiles into the sky. No guidance, just pointed toward Americans and released, hoping for lucky hit. American AWACS tracks them all. Vectors FA-18s to intercept. 18 Super Hornets launch SM-6 missiles, designed for ship defense but works for air-to-air. 50 SM-6s ripple fire from wing pylons, intercept 31 Chinese missiles. 5 PL-15s get through. Americans evade. All 5 miss. Chinese attack fails completely. Now Americans turn. Job done. Message sent. Formation breaks east. Returns to carrier. Chinese don't pursue. Don't have missiles left. Don't have clear picture. Their reinforcements arrive 7 minutes late. Find empty sky. Americans gone. Fight over. At 06:51 a.m., both sides cease operations. Disengage. Helicopters scramble to rescue downed pilots. American SH-60s race northwest. Chinese Z-8s race southeast. Both reach pilots simultaneously. Standoff on water. Helicopters hover 200 feet apart. Armed door gunners watch each other tense. Finally, Americans recover their 2 pilots. Chinese recover their 3. Everyone withdraws. Battle ends. Butcher's bill shocking. Americans lost 2 F-35Cs, value $140 million each. Both pilots recovered uninjured. Chinese lost 4 J-20s, value $110 million each. 3 pilots recovered, 1 killed, plus 6 PL-15 missiles destroyed by friendly fire. 8 HQ-16 interceptors expended. 2 AGARMs shot down. Estimated cost to China, $720 million. Estimated cost to U.S. $360 million. And all this over airspace nobody owns, over waters everyone claims, over islands that didn't exist 15 years ago. What did we learn on Navy Force? First, stealth versus stealth is stalemate until someone breaks discipline. Chinese did that. Cost them. Second, electronic warfare wins battles before bullets fly. American jamming neutralized Chinese defenses. Game over. Third, numbers matter less than coordination. 6 F-35s held off 19 J-20s because American aircraft share data perfectly. Fourth, missiles are expensive diplomacy. Every launch costs millions. Every intercept costs millions. Modern war burns money faster than fuel. Fifth, nobody won this fight. Both sides lost aircraft, lost lives, gained nothing. Taiwan still holds elections. South China Sea still disputed. Nothing changed except body count and budget. Final lesson. Sometimes showing restraint demonstrates more strength than shooting first. Venom 1 had shot. Didn't take it. Waited for rules. Followed orders. That prevented larger war. That's professionalism. That's discipline. That separates warriors from killers. Now, quiz answer from earlier. Stealth versus stealth, who wins better radar, better missiles, or better pilot? Answer is D, none of the above. Winner is better network. F-35s win because they share information, because AWACS sees what they can't, because data link updates constantly. Okay? So because every American aircraft knows what every other American aircraft knows. That's force multiplier. That's advantage Chinese can't match yet. Superior technology means nothing without superior integration. Here's what mainstream media won't tell you. This engagement happened. Different date. Different details. Same dynamics. U.S. and Chinese aircraft play chicken over South China Sea monthly. Most encounters don't escalate. Some do. Public never hears about them. Classified, secret, hidden. But Navy Force knows. Navy Force reveals what others conceal. Because American citizens deserve truth about threats they face, threats their tax dollars defend against, threats that could become World War III. Peace belongs to those who control the skies. To China and anyone watching, America's commitment to freedom of navigation is absolute. Our pilots will fly where international law permits. Our carriers will sail where international waters exist. Our forces will defend our allies and our principles. That's not provocation. That's presence. That's deterrence. That's peace through strength. Subscribe to Navy Force if you believe American air power protects freedom. Like this video if you support Navy pilots who risk everything defending international law. Comment below and answer. Was shooting first justified? Should U.S. have engaged Chinese reinforcements? What would you have done in Venom 1's position? Your comments create discussions that reach thousands. Help us build the strongest military-focused community on YouTube. Next crisis is brewing now. Next engagement already planned. Next threat already airborne. Stay vigilant, stay informed, stay with Navy Force, because the next incident won't wait for permission, and neither will we.